Wicked. Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Up and Adam. I'm not going to spend much time on this introduction because, to be honest, I don't know too much about this sweet girl called Jas. But I had found her on Insta, and I really, really liked her page. And from what I could see, like what she's about, so I tracked her down, and we'll the reasons why I did that will probably just come up in this podcast. So let's get into it. Thanks very much, Jas, for joining me. How you going?
Good, thanks. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no worries. Okay, cool. Where do we bloody start here? I mean, we're just going to talk naturally, I'm sure, but like, what's going to be our starting point? Can we talk about? So obviously, on your page, I can see some beautiful sort of images, and you live in a pretty like fun, happy life. You seem like a really upbeat, down to earth girl, and there's a lot of ocean going on. So basically, you're from Perth originally, and you packed up and moved to Cairns. Should we start there?
Yeah, for sure. So 2024, I made the decision that I needed to get out of Perth and ended up just making the move to Cairns. I was working as a bartender when I first got here because I just needed something easy and quick and that I was good at. But then my main goal was to be working on the boats for the Great Barrier Reef. And I did it. So I've
Wicked.
been there for 2 years now and loving it.
Oh, that's so cool. Is that like a pretty, I imagine a pretty like sought after job? Like it's a pretty hard to get into that?
No, not really. Like I was very, very lucky when I applied because an hour later I got an email, a call back being like, "Hey, we really liked your resume." So it was
Please.
within a very short period of time that I got the job.
Well, that's so good. And I guess with that sort of job as well, if you're like lucky enough to hand your resume to the manager or whoever's doing the hiring, it'd probably play a big part as well. Like if they could already see that you're happy and like upbeat and stuff, then that's obviously what they need on the boats, hey.
Yeah, good energy,
Wicked.
can have a
Yeah.
laugh with people.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's awesome. Well done. Have you done bar work before, like in Perth or anything before you moved over there?
Yeah, I was working in some restaurants, but then I was also doing some festivals and stuff, so that was really fun.
Yeah,
Like ice cream
okay.
factory and
Oh yeah,
some
nice.
of the bigger festivals, yeah.
I've never worked in bars around Perth, hey, which is funny because I'm from here, but I've worked in shitloads of bars across the world. I just wasn't really interested in like in Australia, I guess.
That's so fair.
Uh, how do I word this? Yeah, I think it's fair as well. Maybe not now because I could probably pick and choose the bar, but when I was younger, like drunk Aussies are kind of like we're fucking, there's a lot of dickheads,
There are a
so
lot
it's
to
like
deal
not.
with.
Yeah, the job doesn't sound attractive here, but when you're like overseas or whatever in Europe, it's just like the perfect job. The total end of the
Yeah.
scale. It's a good way to meet people, and just they're not your people, so it's kind of fun.
Yeah, it was kind of like I was working and living on Rottnest for a while as well, back when I was like
Sweet.
18 to different, maybe like 21 or something, but different jobs. But yeah, it was such a cool lifestyle over there. But similar thing because you obviously get so many tourists that they're not really Australians either.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's awesome. What a fun resume. What a cool resume to have. Working in Lotto must be pretty sweet. And what, you're living there as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. So
I
I
haven't been
worked
to
in three
Rottnest for
different
so long.
places.
Restaurants and
No.
bars.
Yeah, I was at the bakery as well. That was like the most recent one. That was really fun.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, wicked. Okay, cool. And just before we get off the boats real quick, I think I may have told you on the phone when we spoke, but I did like Bremer Bay down south. I did that killer
Yeah.
whale tour, the Orca tour,
Yeah,
which
that
was
that would have been
which
so cool.
was man, it was so beautiful. And even like an hour and a half, it took about an hour and a half to get to the spot, but even an hour and a half into the ocean, it was just still so blue, and you could see like pretty far down. Man, it was stunning. Anyway, the point of that story was like I just found it hilarious where it's about 3 seconds after the boat kind of like came away from the jetty. There's like half the boat were literally like seasick already, and they're all like passed out on the couches, and they're all white, and I was just like, oh my god, get a life, you
I have to
morons.
deal with
I was like,
people
do you not
being
know,
sick
like,
so
if you're
often.
that, it was fucked. And I was like, if you know that you're like that, don't spend $400 on the ticket. And if you're not sure, if you've never been on a boat, then don't start with that tour. Like, it was just embarrassing. And then the poor staff, which are all pretty young, all the girls, they were like, the main job for the day was literally just exchanging like the sick bags, taking them off them and giving them another one. I was like, oh my God, man.
Yeah, I have
Yeah,
to deal with
it
that
pissed
on the
me off.
regular.
That was a bit mean of me, but at the same time, I was just like, "Are you serious?" They looked like they were all like having, waking up from a bender or something. They're all just so munged out on the couch, and it was just 5 minutes into it, and I was just like, "Wow, they didn't see one whale."
Oh
Yeah,
God.
hilarious. Oi, quick pause. If you're getting something out of these conversations, that's the whole point. Different people, different stories, but a reminder that we're not alone. So please hit subscribe, share with your mates. There's plenty more coming. And it makes me look a lot more professional than I am. Back into it. Yeah, cool. All right, let's talk about the online business and what attracted you to that. And I'm sure it's going to be the same reasons as me. And I know a bit about your team. And yeah, there's obviously some guns in there. One bloke in particular who we both know, and what a motivator. And yeah, just tell me why you made that decision. Hopefully, what it can create. Yeah, let's start with that.
Yeah, for sure. So I actually have two online businesses. So the
Okay.
first one is hair care, and I've been with that for 2 years now. And I guess my reasons for starting both of them are very similar because I just don't want to be 70 working for someone else, you know? I don't want to live that
Mm,
life. I want to I want to be able to like provide back for my family, give back to them, give back to charities and foundations that align with me. But yeah, it's just mainly not wanting to work for someone for the rest of my life. Like I want to be able to have the freedom and not wait for my annual leave to go up.
mm. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I agree with that 100%. Yeah, it definitely. I've spoken to a few people, a couple of guys like regarding the business and stuff, and yeah, it's interesting, hey, because and when I approached a few of people I knew or friends to begin with, it's just funny that stigma that people have about online businesses, and I didn't really
Yeah.
know. I didn't know enough to begin with to know that there even was a stigma, if that makes sense. The whole thing was
Yeah,
so foreign to me that
100%.
I was like, "This is amazing." But the more you get into it, it's just so funny that people just think, "Oh, it's not one of those, is it?" And you're like, why do we think like that? Like, why you're happy getting up and doing your 9 to 5, a job you don't even like? Probably 80, 90% of the population feel that way, probably 80. And, but that is like, oh, nah, like, no way. But until you hear what it's about, and what's interesting as well, like the actual product itself is like nothing but health, like benefits, but it's pretty cool because Chris doesn't even really talk about that so much. People can push it, not even push it, that's the wrong term. People can like sort of broadcast or advertise different avenues about the business. But I think like what I like about Chris King is he's just all about the community and the team.
Yeah.
And I know what it's like to be around that sort of energy. And it's just like it actually changed my life. Like 100% it changed my life. And I'm a little bit disconnected from those guys now, but it redirected me to what's out
Yeah.
there and the opportunity and stuff, instead of like me being like on the building site and that's all I know, but you're still looking at this going, oh no, fuck that. It's like, it's sad.
Do you know what's so funny is that like when people are talking about the online business and they're like, "Oh, pyramid scheme," it's so funny because I think what I do as a cruise attendant is a pyramid scheme.
Hmm.
Like that's more of a what we do daily is more of a pyramid scheme than anything because
Yeah.
I'm not able to scale and become the CEO of this company. Like that's never going to happen. So like why are people so quick to judge what the online space is and like what it can do for people for like growth and community as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just such a big thing about it that people are just so uneducated and unwilling to learn as well. But
Yeah.
once you do
Yeah.
learn and take the time, it just like changes your perspective so much and like a lot of things shift. But you'll get
Hmm.
people that are like supportive and they're like, oh, good on you. Like, I'm proud of what you're doing. But then they're also very quick to judge about what you're doing as well.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely. And that takes a really getting used to, eh? Like it's good when you get to the point where you're genuinely like, I love this and go fuck yourself if you don't understand it. Like, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
that's easy, that's easier said than done. And to be honest, um I found that for sure. Luckily, with me and with you, and with most of the teams with like Kangan and stuff, it is about the community. And like I was kind of down in the dumps at one point. I joined basically because it was a men's group, which yeah, being around those guys, like I said before, literally sort of redirected and changed my life for the better. The fitness aspects, like they're all sort of, we're all getting after it. Some guys had like quit smoking after 20 years and things like that. And
Yeah.
we just opened up. And when we're doing like men's work, some guys were confessing things that they'd never said to anyone in their life, from their childhood. Like it was great. And the retreats are insane. So we'll get into that in a second. But yeah, like I loved it. And one of my friends I've had on the podcast as well, she was doing a different sort of online business, and she goes, "Yeah, you learn pretty quick not to put it on your friends. It's like if they because they're the ones to judge first, right? So even my
Yeah.
sister, so it's my sister's best friend, so even she would say like, oh fuck, and that's her best friend, and she's the nicest girl in the world, but she couldn't help it because she doesn't understand. She's like, it's a different way of going about business, but it's 2026. What a great way to like do a global sort of business and be surrounded by positive people. But yeah, it's just a shame that people don't take the time to get that. But yeah, and then I guess if you're lucky and you get someone like me on your team who was looking for a change at that point in their life, and then when an old mate of mine presented it to me, man, that was the quickest yes that he ever got. He was like, "Well, slow down." I was like,
Honestly,
"Okay, let's go." Oh mate, it was
I
like,
was
yeah,
very
and
much the
that's I
same.
need. Okay,
I was very much the
talk to
same.
me.
Like I saw Chris's ad just so randomly, and then maybe it popped up like a couple times, and then I was like, "Yep, sold."
Yeah,
I want that
yeah.
lifestyle.
Yeah, yeah, wicked. Oh, mate, and how good is he doing? Like yeah, you don't get much more authentic than him. Hey,
He's such an epic person to be around. Like he's got such good energy. He's got the drive. Like he's so encouraging and like yeah, he's one of the best blokes.
yeah, yeah. Thank you for letting me know that he was in Perth, by the way, because that we locked
That's
that
all
in
right.
really quick. Like him coming over and having a chat. That was the first time I'd actually seen him in person, I think, but I'd spoken to him quite a bit over the years. But yeah, yeah, man, fuck, it just like it excited me again. As far as the business side of things goes, it's like I had put it down, but like I said, that made me start my podcast, like a childhood dream to have a mic in my face and be on like the radio or something as a broadcaster, and it was never
Yeah,
going to happen until like those guys were like, if you want to do something, you fucking do it and you get after it. And so yeah, that's how it changed it for me. But as far as the business, I kind of put it down. But after speaking to him, you can't help but feel fuck. I could. That's the beauty of it. Hey, like you can have a full time job, but you can still work on that on the side while getting motivated and surrounding yourself by this community, which literally changes lives.
100%. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm very, very
and
grateful to be a part
even
of the
Chris would.
community.
Yeah, for sure. And even Chris would like say, people are watching me now. They'll either hate him or they'll love him. You know what I mean? And he just owns
Yeah,
that. And that's the truth because some people don't want to see that. How can someone be so like happy and positive and you know what I mean? It's got to be a sham, but he's like living proof of it. And yeah, he can back himself 100% because of the success he's had by being authentic and just speaking the truth. And absolutely killing it and changing his life as well. I don't just think, he's doing that for his team, which is you, but from his background, and that was a pretty shaky sort of, beginning, and how he's just turned it
Mm,
around like fully 180. It's amazing.
yeah, literally. And taking his brother on as well. That's crazy.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, yeah. He was here as well. So yeah, tell me about the hair gig.
So it's called Monate. It's a hair care, skincare brand, but I just wanted to look after my hair a bit more, so I joined the business. But I don't know, there's a lot of other girls that are like really, really successful with it, but I am not a down your throat kind of person, so you know what I mean? Like I don't like drilling it into people that they need it, but I like promoting the product because I love it, but if I can influence people to have some change in what they're using, then I would like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, wicked. Is it kind of hard to juggle sort of both, do you think? Or because you're generally, you like the product and stuff anyway, it's just kind of like, well, I like being a part of it because you like the product. So it's like, if I get business out of it, great. If I don't, then I don't sort of angle.
Yeah, sort of. I mean, if I can make money and help people with their hair care, like hair problems, then that's amazing. But yeah, again, I don't know, I don't feel like I am just like the kind of person that will promote something daily or like put it on my stories every single time. But when I'm using it, I like to show that it does work and it has been working for me. But same thing, there's a lot of bad stigma about like this company. Like some people have mentioned lawsuits and all this stuff, but it's just, I don't know, same kind of thing. People just don't educate themselves as much as they should. And obviously, I
Mm.
wouldn't be using it if
Yeah,
it didn't
yeah.
work.
Yeah, exactly. If you didn't love it, yeah, for sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
and just on that as well, what we are talking about before, when people were talking about a pyramid scheme, I was going to chime in there, but I forgot. But it's like, what business isn't like that? Like kind of what you were saying as well. The top dog gets the most money. Fucking end of story. Like, who
Exactly.
cares? What's the big deal? But it's just structured better because like you're getting a cut of it as well. So what if the guy above you is getting more than what you are? You're still earning amazing money if you have a successful business. It's just a weird sort of, yeah, it's a weird sort of mentality that people have about it. And especially you can have that going on while you're still doing your full-time job if you wanted to. There's me talking a big game as if like that's what I'm doing, but it didn't work out for me like that at all. But yeah, like I said, I got the positives out of it from another way. But yeah. Was it hard for you? Were you always like sort of computer savvy and stuff as far as, posting or like talking into the camera? Was that challenging at first or?
I don't really think it was like a challenge for me. Like, I'm very much of an extrovert. I love chatting with people. But I think it was just more of like caring what people would see when you were posting first. That was like mainly the biggest thought for me. But then obviously when I joined like Chris's team, I was like, wow, he really just does not give a fuck about anything. And like he just drills it
Yeah.
into you that he's like, who cares? Like do whatever you want to do. Like people will either love it or hate it. So post whatever you want.
Mm.
And I was like, damn, that's so true. But yeah, now I feel like I've been making more talking reels and like making a page for myself, whereas before it was mostly just like highlights and fun things. But now I'm actually posting things
Yeah.
that interest me and I want to talk about.
Yeah. Sweet.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't know. I
well,
feel
yeah,
like I've
just some,
always been pretty
just
good
some
talking to the
feedback.
camera. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, just some feedback from me. I mean, that's what made me reach out to you is just like the look of your page and your energy. And um, it's just, it's like motivating. And yeah, that's why I reached out to you in the first place because I was just like, hell yeah. I only found you, looked at a reel, looked at your page, and then I reached out about 2 minutes later because that's how that's how good it looks. And then yeah, the point of that was, yeah, it is that point of who cares what people think, and and I like that I got involved in that for that side of things as well because it's changed me. Because if I'm honest, I hated Facebook. I still do. I don't know why, but when it first came out, Facebook was the first thing, and I was like the last to
Yeah.
get a mobile phone when I was a kid. I was like, the whole tech thing. I'm pretty behind. Hated Facebook because people just like posting what they're eating for dinner, and it's like, oh my god, he gives a shit, mate. But so I still don't go on Facebook. I don't know why. That's just a personal thing. But I love Insta because it does draw in what I want. I don't like doom scroll with all this shit about things come up randomly, which I'm not into. It's all pages like yourself and motivating and all that. And that was a long way of saying that now if I see someone talking to the camera and it would be cringe to someone else, there's not one part of me that feels that way. And I love that.
Yeah.
I'm just like, this guy's struggling or whatever. I don't really care what he's talking about. No offense, but good on him. 100% like go. And I love that. Anything I say that
Yeah.
someone would be like, oh, well, that's weird. I don't feel that way anymore. And it is a point of like, who really cares? And it's pretty freeing. Like I just did a reel out there, kind of introducing you. And then I actually took a photo of like a sad face because I think I've just been stood up on the podcast. But yeah, once you kind of do it, and I want to get my my podcast out there as well. It's a nice feeling, and it's just being me. And you either like it or you don't like it, and then I
Yeah.
don't really care, and it's just a great feeling. If I was like trying to be someone that I'm not, and all that, and and to be honest, when I started in the business, there was a bit of me I struggled with that. I was like, God, would I normally say that? Would I normally do that? Um, and yeah, that I found that a little bit difficult as far as trying to spread the word of the business. Again, I think like Chris does a really good angle where it's not about the business. Like he's been traveling the world. It's not like he drinks the water because he's not taking that everywhere he goes in his backpack.
Yeah.
He's spreading the word about his community and how he's changing people's lives. And that itself, the buy-in for that is like priceless.
Yeah. Honestly, like it's very, very, very nice to be able to join a community where you have people that have so much drive and in like enthusiasm to make things work for themselves, and you've got so much support from everyone else that it really doesn't matter what like your friends or family think, because again they just either don't want to learn, which is okay, but like don't push someone else down for wanting to try.
Yeah, exactly. And I kind of think that if that is your friends or whatever that are doing that, then are they really your friends anyway? You know what I mean? It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
I've had a few friends that have like given me shit because that's what we've always done when we were younger and we were growing up. And then yeah, I don't really do that anymore. If I see a mate sort of going for anything, as in like in a positive direction or making changes, then I'm just like 100% backing them. You know what I mean? Because it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, awesome. If that's bringing you joy, then that's just getting you out of that day to day sort of mentality that a lot of us have. So it's just like anyone that's got a purpose or a passion, they're the people that I've been reaching out to on the podcast. That's basically what my podcast is like structured about. It's people that have got a bit of go in them and they're enjoying it.
Yeah, 100%.
Mm.
I feel like I'm thoroughly enjoying the process, and even if I haven't made any sales yet, but there's been so much growth within myself that I'm just like so happy about that. And I would just be happy with that even if I didn't
Yeah.
make a sale.
Yep. Yep. Well, that's been my situation, to be honest, and I'd kind of get in my head about it. But like I said, if you like flip it and you just realize how much growth that you've got, and how happy it makes you feel, like again, that's priceless to a lot of people. Just to change your life for the positive, like what a great investment. Um, I want to talk about the retreats, and then maybe the one that you came to for Perth recently, and I had also just wanted to throw in there. I met Brody for the first time when he came to one of our men's retreats over east, wherever we were in
Yeah.
Queensland or something. And but again, just to like hear his story and the success he's had in the business, and again, just being a genuine, authentic self. It's like, man, it's just so amazing to hear their stories. And there was like four guys in the business who absolutely kill it, and they're different personalities, and they're up the front, and it was like a Q&A thing, and it was just so cool to hear like their different approaches or whatever, but we're all there for the same reason, to be there together to like help one another fuck, it was so cool. Yeah, I want to hear you talking about the retreats and just the sort of energy that you feel when you walk away from them.
Honestly, like the King's Academy event that I went to was one of the best things. I am so glad I went. I actually went because obviously I'm in Cairns, so I had to get the time off work. And it was really funny because I had no idea what was going on because Chris forgot to add me to the group. So I didn't know where we were going. I didn't know what time, but I made it work. um, but yeah, we just had like a lot of like team building exercises. Things got very deep. Like we opened up about a lot of things that we hadn't spoken about before. But yeah, just being able to have the support and encourage people and hear other people's stories is really fun. Like we all left pretty much as a family, and within the like first day, we were all so close, and it was just oh, it was so good. There's another event in September that I'm going to, and I'm just already so excited for it. But
Sweet.
yeah, it's just so much fun to be in like a community that want to see you succeed in the online space, you know?
Yeah, yeah. It's amazing to be around those people. Yeah, we went to, I took my daughter as well with me to, we had one in Lombok, and it was like the girls and the guys. That was the first sort of retreat that we had where it was males and females. It normally sort of a male based thing for like men's growth and things like that. But it was just amazing, like you were saying. So we're on holiday, but we'd have like a few hours of like, breath work in the morning. We'd all meet for breakfast. Everyone's kind of mingling. We'd do group activities during the day, but then there's also free time. So like you're just living, just on a normal holiday doing what you would do. And then you'd all catch back up or you'd meet people for dinner and stuff. And I made some really good mates who I only met on that holiday and we're still really good friends now. Actually going to one of the guys in Sydney's wedding at the end of the year. And yeah, I just love that. I love being around that sort of energy because at the end of the day, if you're there, if you've signed up to be there, and then they have, like, they're pretty much your people, right? Because you all want the same thing. And when you have that bunch
Yeah,
of people
exactly.
together, that energy is insane. There's no one there that doesn't want to be there because they wouldn't have like paid the money to be there. And yeah,
Exactly.
yeah, awesome. And then I had Chris on the couch as well, and he was telling me about he's got one coming up in Perth, and I was just like, man, I want to go. Like, I just got so excited hearing about it again. And he's like, oh, it's actually for my team only. And I was like, oh, yeah, that's fair. And I kind of kept pushing. By the end of it, he's like, you can come along. Like, come if you want. And I was like, yes. Then I was absolutely spewing because I've already booked in a course for it's next weekend for Saturday and Sunday. It's like a speakers course. I'm sure it's going to be amazing, but I actually paid quite a bit of money to be there just for like another sort of growth thing. And oh man, I was devastated a little bit. I was just like, I just wish I could have gone to both. And he's like not charging much as well. Like it's not much money to almost walk out of there after that weekend like a changed person. Like no shit,
A
that
hundred
is what
percent.
what happens if you're open to it. Yeah.
Yeah, like absolutely. And it's
Yeah.
so
Did
funny
you
because
cry?
I did cry. I cried a lot. But I laughed a lot too.
Same. I don't know why I'm laughing at that, but it's just not. I
Nice
did
to
as
know my
well.
tears amuse
One
you.
I was just like, yeah, my childhood trauma makes you laugh. Yeah, fuck. It's just it brings something out of you. Like the first time I didn't, the other time, yeah, maybe I was just feeling a bit down leading up to it, and yeah, and to see a grown man, sort of not me, but some other guys. I teared up a little bit, but even though what you're saying, getting off topic a little bit here, but I'm an outgoing person as well. I'm a real people's person, and I thought that I am quite happy talking about everything. I'm getting better now, but I was very uncomfortable in like opening up to the group. I was like, "Fuck!" I thought that I would nail this, but it's like you realize things about yourself as well, which gives you opportunity to improve on. Some of the guys were opening up, and they were like on the ground, like in the fetal position, bawling their eyes out. It was fucking intense, but amazing at the same time. Like how
Yeah,
amazing
it's
for those
it's
guys
very
to
full
open
on.
up. And if that meant so much to them to open up in front of that group where they've ended up in that sort of state and be supported and hugged by everyone at the end, it's like, oof.
Yeah, it takes a lot to be able to open up to strangers like that, but when you do, I mean, you leave like a family, so it was a very rewarding thing to go to. And yeah, I'm just so excited for the next event. Honestly, just being in the room with everyone and just everyone's so excited and they all want to learn and they all want to do like be successful, and it's just getting in the fucking room with people is the main thing you need to do, you know? Everyone always talks about that.
Mm,
They're like, get in the room with the people that want, that you are like dreaming of, you know, not dreaming of, but that where you want to be.
yeah.
So it makes a big difference.
Mm, yeah, for sure. And I think it's worth investing in yourself for that reason. Um, yeah, you know what I mean? And again, like Chris's example of his story when he had absolutely nothing at that one point when he went to one of Brody's retreats, and that was the turning point. And now look at his success. Like, yeah, that doesn't happen for everyone, but it does happen and it's real. And if you don't get that sort of success, the amount of joy you get from it is amazing. And again, I really liked Chris's approach to that. That's what made me sort of like reignite the idea of, or just considering the business again. My team a little bit like angled a bit different, where his was genuinely, like I said, about the community. It's not about
Yeah.
the product, even though that's amazing. So leave that alone. It's just about being around those sort of people, which changes lives. And I was like, wow, that's a really sort of like that's the angle, because that's what it is. That's what you love about it. Yeah. So anyway, full froth mode after that podcast. I can't wait to release it, because yeah, man, you don't get many people like that, to be honest.
No. Yeah, he's one of a kind.
Yeah, yeah. All right, sweet. What's your plan moving forward? Are you happy staying where you are? Are you have you got like a time frame for working on the boats, or you just going with the flow? What's it look like?
Well, I actually recently had a conversation with one of my friends back in Perth, and he was telling me about this job opportunity, but it's down in Brisbane. So I think, I don't know, I'm considering it so much. It's just driving like a ute deliveries, but it's long distance hauls, but it's very good money. And I just keep thinking more and more about it because I'm trying to think about the bigger picture and what's best for me. And I can't go any higher as a cruise attendant unless I'm to do like a yacht course or something, which would be amazing. But
Okay.
again, I literally have this job that's like being offered to me. So I feel like I'd be really silly not to take it, you know? But it's going to be crazy if I go
Yeah.
down to Brisbane. I'm not very much of a city girl, but I can try and make it work.
Yeah, right. So it's like based in the city, but you do like long haul drives. Is that like a day there and
Yeah.
back sort of thing, or in one day, or you have to? It's a few days the drive, or
Where it's like a 12-hour or 24-hour shift. So you're with someone else and then, yeah, you're just driving.
wow, cool. I actually like the sound of that, because I don't know, unless that guy's an absolute legend, which is what you'd want. But I don't mind the idea of being by myself, where you can have like music or podcasts or something like that. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
not aiming like, that's not the sky's limit, but it is cool when you've got that freedom to be able to just tune in on and educate yourself on what you're interested in, and also kind of changing the scenery and going for a drive. Yeah, that sounds cool.
It's a completely different thing to what I'm used to. Obviously, I've been working in hospitality and now tourism, so very different. But yeah, I don't know, it
Yeah,
could be
yeah.
something that could be really fun.
Yeah, cool. I imagine the skipper's ticket's like pretty expensive, hey, to look into, I'm
Well,
guessing.
I don't think I would ever want to drive a boat. Not
That's
as a
another question,
skipper,
hey.
anyway.
Yeah,
They
okay.
seem like they deal with a lot of
Yeah,
bullshit.
cool. Yeah, right. Yeah. Yeah, I guess they would. Yeah. Um, yeah, I used to work offshore on like the drilling rigs. Oh my God. Um, and yeah, you'd have those huge vessels, like the big cargo sort of carrying vessels, which would like tender to us and give us the dual pipe and stuff. But like in the rough seas, they'd be reversing and hold the thrusters there in reverse mode without hitting the rig, but so close to it and just holding it in that position. I was like, I can't do that job. That's not the job for
Crazy.
me. That
No,
is
thank you.
not the job for me. Thank you very much. Yeah.
I
But
would crash.
yeah, wow. Yeah, yeah. I would sink the boat. But yeah, big bucks though, those like skippers and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, they do
And
earn
big
very good money.
stints as well. I thought I was doing it 5 weeks, 5 and 5. Crazy. Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. Is there any people that live near you now from like the retreat or anything? Like, do you get to hang out with any people in the team?
There's another guy in one of the other suburbs, maybe like 10 minutes from me, but I haven't actually caught up with him very often. Well, I haven't really caught up with anyone. I still have chats here and there with people from the King's Academy event. I mean, we have a call every week, so yeah, but
Yeah,
I
okay.
don't really.
What time does that
We
go
check
down?
in
Is that
every
like
now and then.
a okay.
What was the
Yeah,
question?
and are those calls are weekly? That's like a weeknight that you guys catch up on King's Academy?
Yeah, every Thursdays, Chris holds a call for us.
Yeah,
Except last
okay.
Thursday, he
Yep,
didn't.
sweet. You even you even get off those calls, hey, and you feel like you're jacked up. Like I remember
Yeah,
I'd be sometimes recording myself on those calls and I'm just in like oh, mate, full froth mode, and would be talking about like fitness and stuff. That aspect of it, again, like some of these guys weren't healthy, and they've just turned their whole life around. And again, that in itself, for someone who wasn't a very healthy guy, whatever, a big drinker and smoker, and it's just put it in their bin, and to have that encouragement and stuff like that is yeah, that's priceless. But yeah, we used to have an accountability piece, and you'd have to check in, and he'd be teamed up with one of the guys on our team, and you'd text each other, how'd you go with that day, how'd you go with that day? Like it's massive. It's like a big, it's a lot of growth. I loved it. We'd get off the
yeah,
calls and we were just energized. Yeah, and I think like to be honest with us, like when our teams got bigger and bigger, um, and I guess for some people the target was to make money. Maybe we got different reasons for doing it. I guess that's what we all want. We want to like to have a successful business like doing that, but also helping people at the same time. Like that's everyone's goal. But the calls, once we got bigger, we couldn't check in one on one with each other so much because the team was just getting massive now. And if we've only got an hour
yeah,
call during the week, then it would just became like more sales coaching without like the checking in part. And if you weren't making sales like me, then you kind of like, yeah, you felt a little bit less motivated because it was less sort of just the energy and the community and stuff. But yeah, hard to juggle, I guess, right? Like if you started doing really well and it was your own team below you, then yeah, you're staying involved with the team above you, or you know what I'm saying? It would be quite hard for some people to navigate and juggle, but yeah, just amazing the people who are nailing it and just hanging around them.
I think it just comes down to how much you're willing to put in for yourself. Like it, but I think that's about everything. So like whatever work you're willing to put in is what reward you'll get out of it eventually. And I feel like a
Mm-hmm.
lot of people will go into the online space being like, I'm going to be successful straight away. But it's like, relax. Not everything happens like that. You're not going to become a millionaire overnight. Some people are very, very successful with the business, but obviously, like people create, like people will buy a business and spend 200 grand on it, but then it won't actually get any profit for 5 years. So I don't know why people think putting money into an online space is just not a thing. Like it's not a positive thought, but it should be because I'm investing into my health and that's just like the most important thing lately because the earth is turning to shit. Like we all know this. The planet is suffering. So I really feel like people should invest more into their health and care more. But also in saying that,
Yeah, for sure.
when I first started with King's Academy, I have never ever been like that much into. the gym or I mean, fitness, yes, but like my exercise and everything will be going for a walk, going for a skate, going for a swim. You know, I don't like a gym at all. Like that just doesn't sit right with me. I just don't want to walk into a gym. But when I joined King's Academy, I started Pilates and I fucking love it. Like it's so good. And I probably wouldn't have even started Pilates if I hadn't joined King's Academy because they do want you to be healthy and look after yourself and they encourage you to do it. And even if they don't encourage you, they're still motivating you because they're all doing it as well. And you just want to be a part of that. So
Yeah,
yeah, I've been doing it for a while now, but yeah, I love it so much. Just looking after yourself is
that's
so
so
important.
cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome, Jazz. Yeah, I love that. I'm glad you brought that up because that's like, yeah, that's the line of the podcast so far. I reckon it's like a good point where people might throw $200,000 into a business, a coffee shop, a restaurant, whatever, and it might collapse in 6 months. So, yeah, and people think or people think that this online business might be riskier than that. It just doesn't make any sense. And yeah, and again, and what you were saying about the patience thing, that's another thing that I've learned, I guess, recent diagnosis of ADHD, which I probably know my whole life, but I'm a bit like now sort of guy. And that's kind of another thing I've realized is just like the patience, things won't come quickly or easy. It's persistence
Yeah.
and and loving what you're doing and having a passion and just not putting the pressure on yourself because I would do that a lot. I was like, fuck, nothing's happening. But I wanted by 3 months, I want this to happen. And it's good to have goals, but when that didn't happen, it would kind of crush me. So yeah, I've learned something about that, about myself as well. Yeah, which is amazing. And that I'm glad you brought up the fitness thing as well, because I wasn't too sure if, yeah, like you said, if it's not really talked about that much, you still feel motivated to want to change because, yeah, we all know that fitness for our body is like amazing mentally as well, like good, healthy body, healthy mind. And that, again, I've never been as fit or into fitness or cared so much since I joined the community as well, like
Yeah.
without a doubt. I've always dabbled at the gym, bit of running, like whatever, but not involved. But since doing that, it's like now has become a habit. And it's funny that you mentioned Pilates because I do hot Pilates. I don't know if you do
Do
like,
you?
are you, are you talking about machines or are you talking about like on a mat?
No, I just do it on a mat.
Yeah, sweet. So that's what I do down the road in Scarborough. But it's hot core Pilates, so the room's fucking boiling. Man, after an hour of that, you just feel so depleted. I'm pissing sweat. It's not like, oh yeah, cool, another session. It's like you're dragging your ass out of there. And if I do that like 4 or 5 times a week, some morning, some in the evening, and yeah, again, it's like I love it. And it's funny what you want to spend your money on. Like to be honest, got made redundant from my job in mining. I may have told you, like after a long career in doing that, and that's my sort of turning point now. Is like I don't want to do that again. Maybe I have to end up back there again to have the money coming in if it gets to that. So I will try not to feel like so that I've lost. But the target is to do something which is more purposeful and more me. So it's come at a good time. What was the point of that story? Oh yeah, that was the point. So the other day, like I was looking at my membership and it was like $1,500 for a year unlimited. And even though I'd paid like $65 for a FIFO rate, so $65 is unlimited for the week, but that works out to be a lot more than 1,500. I was just looking at my
Yeah.
phone for 20 minutes because $1,500 is a lot. Even though I know I'm going to still go and it's going to save me a lot of money, I was just like, wow, it's one of those things, but it just made me remember about, yeah, I would spend $400 on a fucking bag of Coke or something.
I was just about
And
to
then
say that. It's
and
so
have
funny
a
how
great
like
and things. Yeah, it's Friday night. We'll get a bag in. Let's get pissed. And oh man, what a money saver it is not to live like that anymore, and to be a lot more, and then use that money for like fitness and health and stuff. It's completely changed me, and with that, feeling good about myself gives me a whole positive outlook on what I want to do, and just the people around me. It's like it's priceless, and it has all come from that. Whew, froth mode.
Yeah, I feel like more people just need to realize that your health is so important than anything. Your health is more important than a weekend,
Yeah,
a weekend
yeah,
partying.
yeah, for sure. Are they hour classes that you do, the Pilates?
I have an app on my phone that has like
Oh,
less workout lessons, so I just do it at home.
man, that even
But they
takes
go
that.
for, I think they go for like half an hour.
Yeah, okay. Well, that takes commitment because I kind of need that encouragement. I think with people who are around me, I just need to get there, and then I love it. But yeah, props to you for like doing that on the lounge room floor because that it's easy to make an excuse, isn't it, when it's just you, like to not have that accountability. It's only on yourself.
Yeah, I feel like I just put it a part of my routine because I'll wake up in the morning, I'll stretch, then I'll do Pilates, but I'll skate to work, you know. So
Yeah,
that's just like what I'd like to do in the morning. Helps me wake up as well because it takes me a long time to wake up in the morning.
yeah, I get like that. How's your
Love
knee
mornings,
going?
love early mornings. Pardon?
How's your knee going?
I actually stacked it last night.
Did you?
Yeah, I did. So my knee's sore.
Oh shit.
It's all
If I
right.
get on a skateboard, like it's one of those things that's again, it's like I want to get back into that. I want to get into that. Probably ADHD. I used to skate when I was younger, but it's like I have to chuck on the knee pads and elbow pads and everything. I've got to get proper kitted up because it's just too. It's the gap's way too big now. Everything's too unknown. But
Well,
yeah, longboarding.
I've got my cruiser board that I normally skate, but I have recently got given some actual decks from one of the guys in Cairns, and because his boys don't skate on them anymore, and everyone's like, "Oh, have you given it a go yet?" And I'm like, "I can't. I need protection.
Yeah,
Like I need some elbow pads and knee pads, otherwise I'm gonna break a bone, I think."
yeah, yeah. And I don't want to do that. I'm not in the mood for that. And you don't really care. I didn't care about that when I was younger, but now it's like I know if I was to break an arm or something, I'd be pissed off with myself, and I wouldn't be able to exercise. And I'm fearful that that would be like a bit of a down point. I'll
Yep.
hope that it wouldn't be, but do you know what I mean? Like to know that I wouldn't be able to do the like hot Pilates and stuff, or go for a run for however long it takes to recover. Yeah, it's risky, but at the same time, you have that little danger element inside of me where it's just like, oh, let's give it a go. It's a fine
It
line.
definitely it definitely like affects you when you can't exercise like you want to because God, when was it? I think it was like the maybe March or April. I'd fallen. Well, I've got these big stairs out the front of my house because it's two-story, and I fell down about 10 concrete stairs, and I was so bad. Like I busted my chin, I busted my lip, but like
Whoa.
hand, my hand was like I have no idea how I landed, but didn't break it, but it's still a little bit sore here and there, but I was out for like a month or two because I couldn't put any pressure on like my one of my knees or my hands, and it was
Oh,
driving me insane.
yeah.
I was like
Oh,
talking to my coach,
that's.
like, I just want to get back into Pilates, and she's like, you just need to look after yourself, like take the time to rest, let your body recover again. And I was like, this sucks.
Oh man, that does suck. I dare say, were you like looking at your phone as you were walking down the stairs, just to guess?
I actually have no idea how it happened. I just
Were you drunk?
mis misjudged the step and fell.
Fuck, that's pretty serious to bust your chin and your lip, like, and with 10 stairs involved, like that could have been much worse.
It really could have been much worse, and a lot of people, like, we all laugh about this because it could have been so much worse. But for some reason, whenever I stack it, I just, I don't know, I just don't hurt myself as much as I should.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Cool. Oh,
Wrap me
that's
up in
wicked.
bubble wrap, honestly.
Yeah. 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 Right. Do you ever take your like a board to the skate park, or nah? You're just more of a cruiser on the streets.
More of just a cruiser on the streets. But when I went to Bali last year in October for a month for one of my friend's weddings,
Sweet.
and when I was like surfing at the beach and stuff, I'd borrow some of the boys' skateboards and give it a go. But yeah, I would love to learn how to actually skate at a skate park. I like pump
Yeah.
tracks. Pump tracks are fun.
Yeah, yeah, pump tracks are fun for sure.
There's a
Even like
really
with the
good one in
BMX or
Margaret
something.
River.
There's such a good one in Margaret River. That whole setup is
Yeah.
so good. Every time I go to Margaret's and I look at it and I just think I wanted to be a good skater by this point so I can take my board here. And then I go there again and I'm like, I should have been and I haven't done anything about it. But it's when you're such a kook at something, it does take balls to like give it a go. And it's
Yeah.
funny, like, oh, I'll try and get up early because most teens won't get up early or whatever. So, like, I'll beat someone to the skate park. But if I see a little Grom rock up, it's like enough for me to be like, no, I'm done, because he's here and it's been 6 minutes. I was like, oh my god, I care what a fucking 15-year-old kid thinks. It's weird, but yeah, that's the level
Yeah.
of
Just
kookness.
send it.
Yeah, I know. And it's just so ballsy. I went snowboarding when I went to New Zealand just recently. Have you been snowboarding before?
I have.
Like, how fun is it? I've been heaps of times. Like I've been lucky enough to go heaps of times. But yeah, I just went one day when we were in Queenstown just to show my daughter. She's got like bad knees and stuff. But so we didn't have a snowboarding trip. I just wanted to show her the mountain and stuff. But I can just strap on and just go, even if I've had like 2 years off or something. And I love that. It's just the best feeling being able to do that. And yeah, fuck man, it was just I actually enjoyed it a lot more than what I thought. I was like, oh, it's a bit of a hassle. It's a lot of money for one day to get all geared up and get the bus up there and stuff and the pass. But I'm so glad I did. Like, it's just
It's
so much
so worth
fun.
it. So
Yeah,
worth it. Yeah,
yeah,
snowboarding's the best. If it's not a skateboard, I want it to be a surfboard or a snowboard. That's
yeah,
it.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, wicked. Well, it sounds like you live a cool lifestyle, that's for sure. How's the weather there? Is it just beautiful all the time?
Well, we've been maybe within like the last couple of weeks, it's been good weather, but before that, the rain was just always there. It
Yeah,
was
Cairns gets a
driving
bit
all of us
rainy, eh?
insane. Yeah, but it's
Yeah,
not the
right.
wet season, so it's just. But apparently, this year's going to be like one of the wettest ever, so that's great.
Wow. Well, that sucks. Yeah, I
It's
struggle a
alright
bit
though.
with winter. I don't mind the change. Like I'm a summer guy through and through. And if we have a bit of a rain, like a bit of rain or colder weather, I don't mind it. But it's just I just don't like the whole winter. You know what I mean? I'm just kind of done with it after a week. It's like, yeah, let's just go back to the heat.
See, I feel like I love all seasons. They all have their own benefits to them. Like I
Mm,
love the summer, but winter's good because you can have fires, you can rug up. Like in summer, sometimes it can just be like disgusting. You can't do anything. Can't even go to the beach because it's just you're just dripping with sweat constantly.
mm. Well, that's true, and especially in Perth, that's what actually sucks about summer. I love the heat, but the sea breeze is so strong that it's annoying. Like it's more
Yeah,
beautiful in like autumn when it's 20, low 20s or mid 20s, and there's no wind at all. Like it's actually so much better. Fuck, that pisses me off
yeah.
about Perth.
I was up in Kalamunda, that's where I'm from, but so we
Hmm.
would always get the sea breeze coming through, and sometimes, yeah, it was really hectic and cold and not
Yeah,
ideal.
yeah, especially if when like me living near the beach. So it's if you had to work in the morning or whatever, and you can't get to the beach by the afternoon, you're so looking forward to the beach. But by the time you walk to the beach, it's still hot, but it's so windy. It's just off-putting. It's so
Yeah.
choppy. You're like, well, I'm not even hot now because it's just so. Yeah, that pisses me off. But that's enough negativity. Are you planning on coming back to Perth anytime soon?
Well, I mean, I was supposed to be there on the 16th to the 19th this month, but I actually cancelled that because it was a Queen's event. I cancelled that because I am just not financially able to do that at the moment. I
Fair.
needed to really like think about what was best for me. I would love to come back to Perth. I think I'm going to be coming back in September or October.
Okay.
One of my friends is getting engaged, or she is engaged, but they're having their engagement party. So I need to come back for that.
Sweet. Yeah,
Yeah,
cool.
but
And see
that's
your
about it.
family and
That's all my
stuff.
plans. I guess I
Yeah.
have to if I'm over there.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, cool. Well, yeah, maybe reach out if you get time or we can catch up for a coffee or something when you head over.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, all right, sweet. Should we wrap it up there, Jazz?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Well, thanks
It's
very
been
much.
nice
That was
talking
really
to you.
nice. Yeah, really nice talking to you too. That was fun. Keep posting. Your page looks amazing. It's a lot of fun. So yeah, keep doing what you're doing, and good luck with everything. And I'll speak to you soon.
Thank you very much. Same to you.
Bye.
See ya.